Over 21 million people receive general anesthesia annually. While most experience peaceful sleep with no memory of the procedure, 30,000 individuals suffer anesthesia awareness, remaining awake and paralyzed, unable to communicate their distress. Dr. Jack Harper, Clayton Beresford Jr.'s surgeon, grieves the loss of his best friend during a heart transplant. He reflects on the inevitability of death despite medical advancements and questions whether Clayton foresaw his fate. Clayton, a young billionaire with a rare blood type requiring a heart transplant, secretly dates his mother's assistant, Samantha. Their happiness is confined to Sam's apartment due to Clayton's mother's disapproval of their relationship, causing Sam considerable frustration. Clayton experiences a dark moment while spending time underwater, but his partner Sam helps lift his spirits. They share an intimate morning together, making love and having breakfast at her place. Before they part ways, Sam discreetly checks her mail, while Clayton goes back home to his mother, suggesting contrasting elements of their separate lives. Clayton has breakfast with Lilith before work. During his lunch break, his doctor and friend Jack takes him fishing, an activity Clayton feels guilty about because he believes his father would disapprove. He worries about living up to his father's expectations. Clayton told Jack he obtained a ring and marriage license, but hasn't proposed to Sam due to Lilith's unawareness and his fear of telling her. Jack then complained about malpractice lawsuits filed against him, which Clayton considered unfair given his life-saving efforts. Jack believes Clayton's inability to cope with grief leads him to seek blame. Consequently, Jack takes Clayton to an operating room to confront him with the reality of his upcoming transplant. Clayton faces a potentially fatal medical procedure. Jack urges Clayton to confess his relationship with Sam to his mother and marry her before the procedure. Clayton leaves with his doctor, ignoring Sam, who is waiting outside because his mother arrives unexpectedly. Sam is frustrated. Lilith and Dr. Nair are concerned about Clayton's choice of Jack as his doctor. While Nair is a highly skilled surgeon, Jack has a history of lawsuits, despite a close friendship with Clayton. Nervous, Clayton remains firm in his decision. Clayton closed a business deal with a Japanese investor at a company party. Later, he played cards with his mother, who implied he couldn't keep secrets from her. Before bed, Lilith asked Clayton if he remembered his deceased father. Clayton primarily recalls falling down the stairs while in a Santa costume and smiling frequently during his life. Sam interrupted their conversation to have Lilith sign papers before leaving. Feeling guilty about Lilith's reaction, Clayton followed her outside. Sam angrily recounts their hiding and the removal of her engagement ring. Clayton apologizes and asks Sam to join him in revealing their relationship to Lilith, who reacts negatively, citing Sam's perceived dishonesty and the brevity of their relationship as reasons to disapprove of their marriage. Clayton, deemed too young to marry by his mother, chooses Sam over her. Feeling unwell, he takes a pill from Sam. He then proposes marriage to Sam immediately. Sam accepts. Jack secured a minister to marry Sam and Clayton on short notice. The minister brought his wife as Sam's witness, and Jack served as Clayton's. Following the brief ceremony, the couple returned to Sam's home. Clayton receives a heart transplant message, prompting a rush to the hospital. He meets the surgical team, including Dr. Putnam and Nurse Penny Carver. His mother Lilith arrives with Dr. Nair, attempting to persuade Clayton to choose him as his surgeon. Clayton rejected an offer and left for a medical procedure. Sam awkwardly waited with Lilith, who declined assistance. The scheduled anesthesiologist was absent due to illness, replaced by Dr. Lupin, causing Putnam concern, though Jack remained confident. Lupin quickly administered anesthesia to Clayton. Clayton undergoes a procedure and experiences anesthesia awareness, meaning his mind is awake while his body is not. He feels the pain of the surgery, but is unable to alert the doctors. He attempts to cope by focusing on happy memories of Sam. Clayton's memories shift to his father's death, his subsequent return to school and company takeover, and his first heart attack in meeting Jack. Doctors injured Clayton during surgery, but the worst pain is past. He recalls meeting Jack post-operation and Sam's hiring by his mother, leading to their closer relationship. While a man ignores doctors, Sam and Lilith sit separately in a waiting room. A doctor's attempt to flirt with Sam is rebuffed by her wedding ring, a fact Lilith discovers, increasing her anger. Sam accidentally drops Clayton's pill bottles, explaining to Lilith that she carries them to prevent his overdose. Lilith, concerned about Clayton losing another parent, agrees to let Sam continue this. Meanwhile, in the operating room, Jack worries that Lupin, who was sent away, is actually a spy who discovered their manipulation of Clayton's donorless priority. Putnam instructed Jack to poison Clayton's heart with doxorubicin to cause rejection and death. Meanwhile, Penny was tasked with observing Lupin and investigating their anesthesiologist's absence. Clayton's apparent escape from the operating table was revealed to be an illusion. Only his spirit left his body, which remained connected to the bypass machine. Clayton is experiencing an out-of-body experience, reflecting on past clues regarding Jack, such as Jack's complaints about patient lawsuits and reactions to a new anesthesiologist. Meanwhile, Sam seeks updates in the waiting room, questioning a doctor, and is subsequently reassured by Lupin. Sam, upon seeing an unfamiliar man with a flask, reveals that Lupin is not a hospital employee. She then enters the operating room to demand an explanation, ignoring Putnam's reassurances. Sam's anger at the anesthesiologist's absence exposes her involvement in a scheme to defraud Clayton, her husband, and distribute his money to the medical team to settle lawsuits. Sam, a nurse who changed her name, orchestrated a plan that resulted in Jack receiving a heart transplant immediately after his wedding. Jack, despite initiating the plan, is having second thoughts, fearing imprisonment over poverty. Sam rebukes him, urging him to continue. Clayton, experiencing renewed pain as his heart is removed, reflects on his mother's previous advice. Sam intervenes, injecting Jack with a substance before he can implant the new heart. She ensures the injection is administered before leaving the operating room. Sam then reports to Lilith that there is no news, despite Lilith sensing something is amiss. Sam reassures Lilith that Clayton will survive. Clayton dies after his heart fails unexpectedly. Lupin's attempts to get Clayton's attention before his death are unsuccessful. So, doctors unsuccessfully try to revive Clayton. Jack and Lupin inform Clayton's family, but Jack departs after Lilith blames him. Lupin requests permission to deactivate the life support system, keeping him alive because he lacks a heart, and a suitable donor cannot be found quickly. Lilith, upset by this news, requests solitude. Simultaneously, Clayton's spirit witnesses his mother's arrival, and Lupin discovers Lilith dead from a deliberate overdose. She sacrificed herself to provide her heart to her son, sharing his blood type. Dr. Nair prepares to perform surgery, warning Jack's team of approaching police and revealing knowledge of the poisoned heart. Lilith's spirit explains she discovered Sam's true identity through a forgotten purse, revealing mail with her real name and a medical school logo. This triggered memories of a doctor recognizing her. Sam successfully performed a heart transplant on Clayton, saving his life. This happened despite her knowledge of Lupin's involvement in Putnam and Penny's escape attempt, which Lupin reported to the police. Sam avoided capture by leaving Jack's office, as she wasn't directly involved in the operation. Jack locks the door and shows the woman the syringe she touched, implicating her. Dr. Nair closes Clayton's chest, but Clayton's heart fails because he wants to stay with his mother. Years ago, Lilith stabbed Clayton's abusive, addict father with a fireplace poker after he attacked Lilith. This caused the father to fall down the stairs. Lilith suppressed Clayton's memory of this event to protect him, but now believes this was a mistake and that she should have told him she didn't want him to become like his father. Clayton's recovery, marked by a defibrillator restarting his heart, brings closure for someone who was proud of him. Jack, reflecting on his actions towards Clayton, is arrested by the police following Sam's capture. Jack's primary concern is Clayton's awakening. The end. Subscribe for more. Thank you for watching.